Did you have an issue with this last term, Alisa?
I've never used it before, so.
Mm-hmm. You've never used what before?
I've
Teams?
never had it. Yeah, I've never done it online. I think it actually took me, so.
Okay. Okay. Ben is at Concord. He's
Mhm.
the IT person. If you need his email, I can make sure I get that for you. And he might be able to help you. I know that it might be a case of some settings or something of that nature. Some people find if you download the app,
Mhm.
I don't know your phone or if you've got it on your computer, I'm not sure which you have. But some people are saying that the app is better than going into the web browser. So what are the rest of you doing? Is it a combo of things? How are you getting into Teams, guys?
I'm using your email that you sent the other day.
The link, the
Yeah.
email link. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I use too.
You're using the email link and it's working for you. Okay. So what, Mimi, how are you okay?
I got stairs now. I never had stairs before.
Good for you, right? It's good for
Yeah,
you.
no, Jesus. I use the on the tile where it says welcome. Not welcome. You know what I'm talking about. On
Yeah,
the
the
tile.
announcements.
Yeah.
You use the link. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo, catch your breath.
Did you know that I can't contact you on Remind until 9 o'clock?
Oh, I must have it set that way.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
So
I'm out of shape, Amber. Shut up. Everybody can't be, 20-something years old. Don't do me.
So where is, all right, so I'm missing two people, Kaylin and Rhonda. Right. Maybe they're having difficulties getting on. I don't know why. All right. Well, so this is our 12-hour day. Okay. So I'm just going to go through how I set it up. I'm not sure what you're used to or what you have done. What I tend to do is I chunk it in 3 blocks. So we meet at 7. I usually meet for about an hour, give you an idea of what we're going to do for the day. Then we meet back at about 12, 1, just depending on how difficult the assignment is for the morning and what the need is. We meet back at 12, 1, whatever I decide today, after I've talked to you and you've gone, oh my gosh, this is really hard or not. And then what we do is at that period, I sort of go over the morning's work and we sort of meet for another hour. Then I give you a few hours to do the afternoon assignment. Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning.
And after that, usually I meet back at about, meet back at about 5 o'clock. And we go over your presentations, and that's usually a lot of fun. Today you have 2 presentations, and in a minute I'm going to bring up my Canvas and we're sort of going to go through all of that. But what I found, and I don't know if you've had the opportunity to look at some of the videos from last term, and you're welcome to do that. I've put their YouTube, I've put them all there for you. And I thought that might be helpful because then you can see what they did term, and it might give you some ideas. Most of them used PowerPoint, and I'm all about PowerPoint if you like PowerPoint. It's entirely up to you how you want to do things, but PowerPoint was pretty good as a teaching tool or presentation, however they wanted to do it. And what they would do is in your teams of 2, because I've split you into teams of 2 today, you're basically going to work together and build 2 pieces, one to be ready to present at lunchtime, and then one to be ready to present at 5. And the reason I've got you in groups of 2 is, I think it's just nice to work as a group. You know, if you were a bigger group, I'd have you working in groups of 4 or whatever. And then you'll present it to your co-workers, you know what I mean, to your colleagues. And you never know, you might be co-workers at some point. You never know. So that's how I like to work things. And I haven't done today what's called peer reviews, but I may incorporate that when I look at things and see how you're working. When you're working in a slightly bigger group, it's easy for one person to sort of step back and let everybody else do the work, right? When you're working in a group of 2, it's a little harder to do that. So I'm probably not going to have to do the peer review, but if you see that, then that's what I'm talking about, that I may incorporate that. All right, Miss Kaylin, I wonder where Miss Kaylin is. I'm not sure about that. All right. Well, first of all, any questions at all? Thank you, Mimi, for letting me know that Remind is set for 9 o'clock. I'll have to go in and reorganize that. Any questions for me, or concerns, or difficulties, or anything that is confusing?
I don't know how to use PowerPoint.
Okay. This is why you're going to learn. You take a breath. You take a breath, and it's okay. I don't know who you're set up with this morning. I'll have a look. We'll have a look, and you know, as I say, you can work as a team. I'm not sure who you're with. It's a fairly easy platform. It's fairly intuitive, and you know, you'll just start doing it, and you'll probably know more than you think you do.
Okay.
You'll be okay. Any other questions, first of all, before I go to Canvas and just share my screen? Anything else? No. I wonder where Kaylin is. I wonder if she doesn't, I don't know. Not sure what's going on there. All right, well, I'll figure that out. All right, so let me share my screen with you guys. And, all right. Are you all now able to get into HESI and see the assignments and the EAQs?
Yes, I believe so.
Great.
I think that's
Good.
your class. I hope so.
Okay. So you can all see this, right? If you go to people, which you should have access to, you're going to see project groups. Oh, that one. All right. There's 2 of them. I will cancel this one out. I don't know why it's got 2. But if you go to the first tab, the project groups, and you'll see that there's 2 people per group. With the fact that Kaylin isn't here right now, Amber, I may put you in one of the other groups. Mimi and Elisa, and then Rhonda and Evelyn. So, I'm wondering, there's only 5 of you. So anyway, first of all, let me just switch back to you guys. Amber, seeing as though I don't know what's going on with Kaylin, I don't want to put you at a disadvantage because you're going to want to get on with the work. Why don't I put you with, because Evelyn doesn't know how to do PowerPoint, and I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah.
Why don't I put you in this group?
Okay.
Okay.
Dang it, Evelyn.
And then if Kaylin joins us, I will get her to join in with you, Mimi, and Elisa. So we'll do that. So hopefully she'll join you. How do you, Mimi, how do you feel with PowerPoint? Are you fairly comfortable with it?
I mean, I ain't savvy, but I can get through it. As long as her name ain't Destiny, we should be fine.
I don't. We're gonna shelve that, right?
Well, I'm gonna try. We gotta create a PowerPoint.
So, why don't we do this for a second? Let me just pull up PowerPoint. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up PowerPoint. Might take me a minute. Okay. So you understand. So Amber, you're going to be with Rhonda and Evelyn.
Yes,
and a lot of people, I don't know if you've worked in groups before, but the group things, you can use Zoom. If you prefer, FaceTime, whatever you prefer to use as a platform, you don't have to use Teams. It's entirely up to you how you would like to work. Most of the students I've noticed prefer to use a Zoom link. Just do a Zoom link, something of that nature. Or as I say, you can FaceTime, however you prefer to set it up. All right, let me do this. I'm going to stop sharing that a minute. Okay. Can you guys see this? Can you see this PowerPoint?
yeah.
Okay. So you go to New, and it gives you tons of options. This is just a basic. And I'm just gonna, you can go down here. This is probably, that's a tour of PowerPoint if you want to know how to use it. Let me use this just as an example. This is sort of pretty, right? So basically you go to Create. And I'm going to go in here and I'll put create a PowerPoint. And then I'm going to move on. I like this, I tell you, this is pretty. And then you just sort of basically put whatever you want in your slides. I don't know what this is, but this is sort of cool. If I want to insert a slide, I just insert it. This is giving me some sort of fancy stuff, but it doesn't have to be fancy. Let me see. If I want a new slide, I just go here and I decide what type of scenario it's going to say. It can be title and content. So this one's going to look like this. And I'm just going to put my information in there, and you just add pieces in it and save it. So it's fairly intuitive as to however you want it. I'm not sure what this is, but I like it. I want to get rid of this. If I want to get rid of this, I can. And just play with it. Let me see. I want to go back. You might add your title in there that it's going to say. Adding information. And in this bit, I'm just going to where I want to put. And you put bullet points. You can put pictures in there. Go here and you can insert pictures. Stock images or online images. Last term, one of them was very creative and loved to do stuff. She liked to put memes in her PowerPoints. things of that nature, which was sort of fun. So, have fun with it is really the tool. This isn't about the perfect PowerPoint. It's really just think as a big sheet of paper and you're doing your concept map or your teaching tool or whatever it is on PowerPoint. So you're going to break it out instead of it on big page. And so I know it's scary because it's new. Anything scary is a little bit, intimidating, but I'm not expecting this to be Van Gogh or Picasso or,
So, for what I'm understanding, what you're saying is that we need to do the concept map or the posting of a poster on the
Yeah.
PowerPoint presentation. Okay.
Let me, so based on this information that I've given you here, so Amber, you're with Rhonda and Evelyn, and Elisa and Mimi, you two are working together. So let me go to modules now.
Elisa, check the chat box, please.
Okay. So let us go down to module 1. Let's go to our assignments. And remember, the assignment isn't just, if you look at the clinical rubric that I've put with this, it's not just about the finished product, okay? It's also about you interacting as a team. It's about understanding collaboration. It's about working well together. All of these pieces are important to me and as a clinical person, right? That's part of it. All right, so, and again, by the way, I've started to incorporate the team link in the modules. There's a reason for that. We're hoping that you can click on this link and it will actually save the video recording in the module rather than me having to upload it to YouTube, download it again, put it on another link, all of that. So just to bear in mind, but today we've got it as it is. All right, so I've put on 1 p.m. So this gives, yeah.
We
so
can't, are you still supposed to be screen sharing? I don't, because we don't see.
All right, sorry. All right. Can you see it now?
No. But your hair is beautiful.
You can't. Can you see it now?
Anybody other than me see it? Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
I can see it.
Okay, good.
I can see it.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate that. It's been.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Curly hair. It's whew.
Yes, yeah, that's why I cut all mine off. It's something to work with.
It's a lot of work, let me tell you. All right, anyway, so I put here by 1 p.m., you're going to do a concept map. Now, as you know earlier, and when I talked about it the other day, you are welcome to use whatever you want to use for a concept map. I have to say, in this MedSurg book, there are some fantastic illustrations of concept maps, and let me see if I can find one in the book, just as an example. I mean, they're very, very detailed, and I'm not expecting you to do as detailed as this, but I just want you to be able to utilize some of these if you want to. Bear with me. Of course, whenever I want to find one, I can't. It might be in the other one. Maybe it's in one of the other ones. I'll find it for you in a minute. But anyway, let me just go through this information first. All right, so what we have here is by 1 p.m., you're going to have your concept map ready to present, okay? as I say, don't be intimidated by that. It's going to look like however you want it to look like. If you don't want to do a PowerPoint, that's fine. You know, if you want to do it in some other format, if you want to do it, say, on a, you know, Word document, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a PowerPoint, okay? If you want to do it, as I say, on a Word doc, in that way, and use shapes and whatever, have fun with it. But basically what you're going to do is you are going to use a concept map, and you're going to use the objectives in the overview, meaning in the week 1 overview, okay, to guide your concept map. And you can do a teaching poster or a concept map, whichever you prefer. That is perfectly fine. And you can also pick whichever patient you want. There's 2 patients. This is the first profile here, and this is the second profile. So you can choose in your teams, hey, in the morning, I want to do this one, and in the afternoon, I want to do the other one. So you decide how you want to do it. But you're going to pick one of these profiles, and what I'm asking you to do is use your creativity. But what I really want you to look at is looking at this profile, looking at what's going on with the patient, and make a decision as to, oh my goodness, what is it that this patient really needs some teaching on? You can do it for the patient. You can do it as teaching for the family. You can do it that you're teaching for other nurses, okay? So it's entirely up to you. There's a lot of leeway in what I'm asking you to do. But really what I'm asking you to do is start to think about, when you're looking at a patient, all of the pieces that come together that have created this scenario in the first place. Because she didn't just get here, did she? I mean, look at this. She's had rheumatoid arthritis for 10 years, right? She smokes, she drinks, her blood pressure is up, and it's not too bad, but you know, I mean, she's got pain, she's on methotrexate. So there's a lot of pieces on this patient that need fixing. I'm not asking you to fix it all, but you know, look at a couple of things and go, the biggest thing that we could do right now for this patient is these 2 or 3 items. So I would just pick a couple of objective pieces that you think are important and use those, okay? And as I say, go to the, you are more than welcome. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to go out of here.
That was in assignments, right? Or that was, you said that was under modules?
I go through modules, but you should be able to find it either or. So let me just do this. Come on, computer. It's not letting me click on it right this second. If you go to the recordings, if, for instance, if you go to, here you go. I'm just doing week 2 just to give you an example. Sorry, my computer is really slow. So you are more than welcome to look at these. Let me see if maybe this is one for you. I just want to give you an example, and I'm hoping this is one of them that I can show you. That's the morning. This might be one. me see.
Oh, we're being recorded for real. I gotta start looking cute when we come to class or something.
That one didn't. Oh, why is that unavailable? It's probably one of the ones I want. Hang on. I'm looking to see if I can find one that has PowerPoint thingies in there for you. So just give me a few minutes. This may have been. Let me see if this one did. Yeah, this is 3. Oh, that's not. Drat. That's actually lecture. I really want to show you one because some of them are sort of fun and it will help you. Let me see if this one did. No, this one. Wow, it's all over the place, isn't it? Sorry, guys. I just want to show you a video. That's all. Give me a second and let me get to it first and then I'll find one for you. Oh my Lord. My computer is desperate to show you week 4 infection, and that's not what I want to show you at all.
Did you like? Yeah.
All right, let me see. Okay, that's Parkland formula. Let me see if this one did.
You know, she could have ran over on the snake.
All right, this is a good example for you, and I'm going to share my screen. This is just to show you. Can you see this?
Turn it on somehow.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you pull up this is actually week 3 recordings, and they did it on burns. There was a case study.
Next week, some of the work that you do, because it gives you some ideas to work.
I'm going to forward it on for you rather than me talking. Come on.
Resuscitation is effective by monitoring the patient's input and output in addition to monitoring the patient's lab values as well as checking the patient's skin trigger in a non.
So they did a case study. Oh, here's another one.
To do it now. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get those to you guys. All right. In the meantime, let me see Group 2's fabulous PowerPoint.
So study, and they presented
Who's gonna talk this
the
one
case.
through?
All right.
Very nice.
So does that just give you an idea? It doesn't have to be fancy.
Question one, we're using, question one is using the rule of nines estimate.
So you can just see the different things that they did. They answered the questions online. They did interventions, rationales. Does this give you some idea of what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Systemic inspection can identify improvement or changes for timely interventions.
All right. So you can see their PowerPoint right there, look.
I love it. It's beautiful. Can I ask y'all a question? Anybody? What type of an environment are burn patients placed in?
All right, so let me just, okay. So I just wanted, and you are welcome to go, that's why I put all these here for you, so that you are welcome to go in and go, well, what were they doing or what did they do? Just to give you some ideas, all right? And really what I'm asking you to do is to start using some critical thinking. You are welcome, and I'm going to
She frozen?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, looks like it.
yeah.
Elisa, are you there?
No, she's back.
Is she?
Mm,
Elisa? Oh, there she's back. Professor, you back?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's my fantastic. Under student resources, guys, let me share this again. If you go in here to student resources, there are there's different things that you can use for your care plans or concept maps. And what I also did, let me just go back out of here. Is if you go here, there's actually a PowerPoint on how to do a concept map. I'll just open that up for you.
Professor, the concept map is on page 1175, sorry.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. All right, so
Volume one,
Kaylin,
Rhonda?
good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what happened to you? Kaylin, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
You know you're half an hour late.
I didn't know. I thought it was 7, but I was trying to get to here. I didn't know how to get back to this. The last thing I had was the email link that you sent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried it on my phone. It didn't work. And I tried it on my computer. Had to re-download it. And I was like, am I confused or are we not in the right place?
Okay. All right. Well, no problem. You're here now. I am going to put you in another group because we're going to put you in groups of 3 today. So I will put you with Elisa and Mimi. Kaylin, you'll be working
here
in a group of 3 today to do a concept map and also a either or teaching presentation. And so have you ever done that before? Have you ever done anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So the concept map PowerPoint is right here. Let me just open that up for you guys, hopefully. Oh, it is open. Let's see it. Come on. I've got this massive screen behind me, and I'm going to share this PowerPoint. All right, can you all see this?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So this just walks you through what a concept map is. Now, the reason that I think it might be important for you to just walk through this PowerPoint is because it's helping you to, I don't know, have any of you done concept maps before, first of all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think they're actually nice. I like them. They're very visual. And what I like about them is that it helps you understand what you're doing. And personally, I'm not, and I'm just going to put it, I'm not a big care plan fan. I'm just not. I never have been. I find it difficult when I'm looking at a care plan to put the pieces together. But what I like with the concept map is for someone like myself, I look at the concept map and it helps me put those pieces together so that then when I do a care plan, it makes more sense. So for those of us that are not care plan savvy, I actually like the concept of a concept map. And so this just sort of walks you through it. So you've got your central concept, and as I say, in your teams of 3 today, you're going to decide based on these 2 case scenarios what your central concept is going to be. Is it going to be managing their pain? Is it going to be the fact that they drink too much or smoke too much? Is it going to be a social situation that needs management? You can decide what you want the central concept to be. Okay, so that's where you're going to go, and then as you see, you're going to branch out with these other pieces. All right, so this is a nice example right here. This makes it a lot bigger. And then of course you can lead out from there as well. All right, so it just walks you through it. Someone's got I don't know if it's a bird or something. Hang on, let me mute. I don't know what it is. Sounded like a bird. I don't know. Anyway, so here's an example similar to what we've been talking about. Okay, your COPD patient. You're going to brainstorm of the problems. You can put your patient, all of the issues. You can do it this way. I like this. However you want to do it. So as I say, if you want to do it instead of using a PowerPoint, you could do it as a PowerPoint where you've got the patient and his situation, and then each one of these little pieces is a PowerPoint slide, however you want to do it. And within that PowerPoint slide, you can do some fun things like memes or whatever, however you want to do it. Or if you don't want to do that, as I say, you can do it on a Word doc and make it a teaching poster. I mean, you can make a PowerPoint slide, a teaching poster. You are going to use your nursing diagnosis So I would suggest you should have your nursing diagnosis books, but you can use your nursing diagnosis books if you need to. Those are very helpful. I know you've used those in funds. One of the diagnoses is right there. The guy has COPD, so therefore they're using ineffective airway clearance. The outcomes. So here, this is one of the slides that they're going to use, ineffective airway clearance and the different pieces coming off it. What are you going to do about it? Here's another slide. We're going to do this about it. These are the interventions. Okay, that's another slide. And basically evaluation. And it doesn't actually have a thing, but you could say, you know, patient will feel better, patient SATs are better, patient's color is better, patient has more energy, however you want to do it. All right. So does that help you a little bit? I would suggest using this PowerPoint just to guide you a little bit in what I'm asking you to do. Kaylin, what I was explaining to the group is that today in Module 1, originally I had you in group of 2, but I have you in groups of 3. If you go to People, sorry, let me share my screen again. If you go to People, if you go to Project Groups, I originally had you in 3 different groups, but I have you in 2 groups of 3. I think I've already established that you now know who your groups are. You're going to go to Modules. And this morning's project is under Clinical Assignments. And you have two things that you're going to do today. In your groups, by 1 p.m., you're going to have a concept ready to present. And I've put by 5 p.m. a teaching poster. So there's 2 patient profiles. And actually, you can choose whether it's a teaching poster or a concept map. I don't mind. You know, I've put concept map or teaching poster, either or, whatever you guys prefer to do.
Can you explain what is a teaching poster?
Pardon?
Can you explain what a teaching poster is?
Usually a teaching poster is just like a one big sheet or one big what
whiteboard.
I want to say Word. It's like a Word doc. Basically, it would be a big Word doc, and you know, at the top you would have you know, COPD, and then under it you would have COPD is this, that, and the other thing. And what do we do for COPD? It would just be one big document that has all of those pieces on it. So that would be a teaching poster, or a brochure, for instance, which would be a trifold. You know, it would be you open up the brochure and it's the type of thing you would hand to a patient. So a teaching poster would be maybe something that you're going to teach nurses, and there it is, a teaching poster. It's like, hey nurse, have you ever heard of COPD? No. Okay, well, here's a teaching poster all about COPD. And again,
I don't know why you're echoing. I don't know why your voice is echoing. Maybe somebody have their volume on and not on mute, but your voice is echoing a lot.
Okay.
Elsa, throw yours on mute. That's probably what it is, I think.
Let me put everybody on mute for a second. Kaylin, are you on mute? Okay. Is that better, Rhonda? Is that better? No?
It sounds better.
Yeah, you sound better on my end.
Okay. All right. So, so that's a teaching poster. It's just, and again, you can do it in a PowerPoint form. I don't have a problem if you want to decide to do a teaching poster instead of a concept map. And you can just look up, just Google some examples of teaching posters to give you some ideas, you know? But anyway, am I still echoing? No? Okay, good, good, good. All right. So again, you can do either or, just have one of them ready by 1 o'clock to present. You can use either or patient. You can use this patient, or you can use this patient, whichever you prefer. This patient has a different focus. This patient is more about end of life and managing that. This patient is more about pain and all of her social issues, the smoking and the drinking and all the rest of it.
So if we do
However, yeah.
Sorry. So if we do one for 1 o'clock, then we have to do the other for 5 o'clock. And concept map for both is fine, but we just have to have 2 different ones. We have to do 2 cases, 1 for 1 and 1 for 5.
Absolutely. You got it. Yeah. By the way, guys, this is an aside. I was speaking, so is that as clear as mud, or does that sort of make sense?
It makes sense. You lost 2 of us. You lost 2 of us.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. There may have been something with their internet connections.
The way my PTSD set up, I'm about to get real irritated. We had the same problem last semester. So, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You had the same problem last semester with people leaving?
With when it's time to do an assignment, with not being able to get the whole group on one page. So one of us wind up holding the group together, like Evelyn in her situation with one of the individuals. Evelyn wound up having to do everything because the girl was always on the move in the grocery store. Couldn't answer. I'm getting frustrated.
So what I'm going to do, Mimi, is to help prevent that, I am actually going to make sure that you guys have peer review today. So you are able to review your peers, and I will make sure that is set up for you guys. Therefore, you can basically rate your peers. Were they part of the group? Did they participate? Did they do what they were supposed to do? Now, remember, everybody has strengths and weaknesses. Some people are going to be a leader and some people are going to be a follower, and that's perfectly fine. However, regarding participating, hey, my colleague didn't participate. She was at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know that. Because here's where that goes. It goes here. This rubric provides you your 88 points for the day. So just because you're not in a hospital, seeing a patient or doing what you need to do, all of these pieces need to be done in order for you to get 88 points. And people might say, I don't care dropping some points. Let me tell you, you will care when your grade starts dropping and you take an exam and you don't pass and you have to repeat this class. So,
Well, here's my problem with this. I am not thrilled by doing groups. My grade is important to me, and somebody else's grade may not be as important as mine is. I want an 88 today, so I don't want to work with people who don't want an 88.
Exactly.
And
So,
that's the problem that I
this
had in
is
the
why,
past.
yeah. So, Evelyn, how we're going to do it is peer review. And I will submit that in here this morning for you. There's an actual way that I can put in the peer review in the groups. Let's see. Give me a second.
And I'm gonna apologize because I'm a little straightforward. I mean, I can't really apologize. I don't care. I'm a little straightforward. 20 years of military. I'm a little bit like, yo, let's. So
Let's
I'm
go.
a little antsy.
That's good. That's not a bad thing. I will work on that this morning. There's a way for me to set up peer review for all of you. So let me work on that this morning. I might have to just back out of the groups and put it in, and then it will be in there. Okay. But basically it allows you to rate your group. And so there's a couple of ways that I can do that. And I did that last term and it worked really nicely, you know? So I'll make sure that you have access for that. I think it's important, you know? Being on time is important. Being able to access technology. Unfortunately, you got to be able to do these things. I know that that isn't necessarily what you signed up for originally, but this is where we're at, you know? So these are all the pieces that are an expectation, and I'm not talking about technology right now. I'm talking about the reason it's important to work as a group. And believe me, I'm a lone wolf too. I am not a group person. When I was in school, I had the same issues as you. It's a lot easier to work by yourself than it is to work in a group. I'm all about it. But what I've learned over the years as a nurse is, yes, and I'm just going to use myself as an example here. You know, I'm a new nurse practitioner, and I have to rely on my networks and my people that I've got to know, and I've had to learn how to navigate in a way to build up my networks, and that's the word I'm going to use. Why did I have to do that? One, healthcare is a really small environment. Everybody knows somebody. Everybody knows someone. Hey, you know Carolyn? Yeah, I worked with her 5 years ago and she was terrible to work with. Really? Tell me more about that, because she's thinking of joining my practice. Well, you know, she always used to leave everything to me. And I would ask her to help out with this, that, and the other thing, and she never did. Really? That's good to know. Well, you know what? Let me just rip up her resume. That's why it's important to know how to work as a group, because down the road, your name, your reputation is all you have. That's all you have. Between that and your license, that's all you have. And if you don't have a good reputation in your community, if people are already hearing that you're bad to work with, they're not going to work with you. That means your job prospects are going to get worse and worse and worse. That means potentially your license is going to be more and more and more at risk as to where your jobs are. So this right now is where you learn how to work as a group, because it's not about just you. It's about where you're going to go from here down the road. Does that help a little bit? I don't know if anybody's ever put it to you like that, but I'm going to put it to you like that, because it really is like that. Jacksonville is a huge, huge city territory-wise. but it is tiny, tiny regarding the healthcare community. And even if you don't live in Jacksonville, even if you live outside of Jacksonville, don't think people don't communicate with each other regarding who you are, what you've done, who you know, and where you've been. They do. I do. I do. Elisa, Amber, would you mind? You're probably, you're probably the most savvy chick. Do you know how to set up Zoom?
No.
I've actually never used Zoom before.
You can use Zoom. It is a, you have to have an account with Zoom. Do any of you have an account with Zoom? If not, just FaceTime.
I do. I have an account with Zoom. It's easy to set up.
Yeah, it probably is.
Do you have an iPhone, Rhonda?
No, I have Android.
See, all right, I've got the same issue with Elsa. Okay.
Elisa, Rhonda, could you get with Elisa and just help her? Are you in the same group? I don't know who's
No, it's me, Elisa, and Kaylin. Me and Kaylin got iPhones. Evelyn and Amber got iPhones. So Rhonda and Elsa are the only two that don't have iPhones, so that we could connect like that. So I asked on there, do they have what's called Messenger, which is off of Facebook?
Yeah.
And so if they got that, but Elsa, do you got Messenger?
Elisa, do you have Messenger? Facebook? She says yes.
Me and Amber are in a group, correct?
Yeah, she does.
No, Kaylin does. Elsa, I haven't. Elsa can text you. I can't see.
Kaylin does.
Kaylin does, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see. Elsa is our concern because me and Kayla good. We got iPhones. We can communicate either way. But
Elsa,
how do you want to build a snowman?
It's Elisa.
Elisa? Okay, gotcha.
I'm not sure.
I hate when people say my name wrong too. So
I know.
like how you say it.
I've said it wrong. I apologize.
That's okay.
So do you have Messenger?
I do.
Okay, cool. So then I'm gonna put my number in here. We can Messenger, I guess, off of FaceTime. That's the only way.
Have you ever used WhatsApp? By the way,
I have it for
international. I use WhatsApp all the time.
I got stalked and hacked on WhatsApp, so I had to get rid of it.
Oh,
literally.
Okay. I like it for my international stuff. So, but I also use Facebook for international calling and everything. So, all right. So let me just clarify with who's who, because my groups. All right. So Kaylin, Mimi, Elisa, is that right?
Yes.
And then we have Evelyn, Rhonda, Amber. Is that right?
Yep.
Right. All right, ladies. So I am going to work on making sure the peer review piece is there. And it'll be basically you just put in, you're going to rate your peers. All right. So just be prepared for that. You will have until 1 p.m. to get the first one done, and you may not have too much time on the second one. So the second one, because the second one, by the time we've done it, it will be like 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll only have like 4 hours for the second one, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll just see what you guys can come up with. Mm-hmm. If you need to incorporate the help of your children, who are probably more tech savvy than us, you are welcome to do that. Anybody have any questions for me?
Rhonda, do you want us to call you? How do you want to do it?
We kind of need a visual, exactly. So we can see.
Why don't I leave this Teams Why don't I leave this open?
Because then we're crossing with each other. If you leave it up, then everybody can, you know what I'm saying? Both the groups are gonna
Be together.
mingle. Right. Kaylin, what's your number?
There is a way of doing breakouts, breakout channels. And I have to say, I haven't played with that. I hear conflicting things about that, but there is a way for me to do channels on Teams. But you know what? I will leave this link up anyway for you. I'll stop recording and you guys, you know, I mean,
Yeah, that'd be great. Whoever's, in my team, for as Evelyn
Yeah.
and Amber, we can stay on and figure out, what we need to do, and then, we can cut it off.
That sounds great.
yeah, I'll leave it up. And then, as I say, you guys can just, you know.
Mimi, are you able to do your thing somewhere else? Because can you guys do it on FaceTime or something?
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah. I mean, not FaceTime. Yeah. I'm just waiting on Elisa.
Let
You
me.
guys,
We can
you
use
guys can
this.
stay on here. I can create a team with me and Rhonda somewhere else on MS Teams. I can call them.
Because you're so smart.
I can actually. There's a way of doing a breakout group as well on Teams. I haven't had to do it before, but some of the other instructors do breakout groups. It's like another channel on Teams. So I haven't done that, but I could probably do it fairly quickly as well.
But the thing, let me ask a question though. What the thing with that is, how are we able to keep going back and forth to Teams on on our like computers and still do our work at the same time, clicking back and forth? So that's what I'm saying. I need an off-site network. But again, Kaylin, we about to get it. I'm about to get it popping. I can't. I'm getting.
Well, you guys work however you want. I will leave this up for you. If you want to use Facebook, or I'm sorry, if you want to FaceTime, that might be a good option. Some of the others used Google Hangouts, Messenger.
We got it. Me and Kaylin, Elsa, we going on Facebook right now. Not Facebook, Messenger right now. Me and Kaylin about to.
Okay. All
so
right.
we can try to chime
Amber
in.
and Rhonda, just let me know.
Hey Evelyn, I put a link in the chat of a separate team.
So Amber, I just push on whatever you just sent.
Yeah.
Amber, how did you do that with this, by the way?
If you go to click on Teams on the side, it will say create team.
Channel?
Yeah.
Oh, so let me do that. Hang on a second. Click on Teams and then where's the channel? Click on Teams. I've probably got, oh, I see. You mean where the dots are? No.
Actually, mine looks different now that I created one. So.
All right,
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Elisa, we
you
on
guys.
Messenger. We out.
All right, my dear. Mimi, Kaylin, Elisa, I'll talk to you in a few. Have a good one.
All right.
Do you want me to leave this up for you, Amber, Evelyn, and Rhonda?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
And what I'll do is I will work today. Mimi, you guys are fine. And I will work on, but you've got a breakout team. You've got your ability to go into your own little group, right? Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stop recording.